The cab was $1.10. I gave him $1.75.
Is that what you gave him?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Fair? You're not a mathematician. $1.10, I gave him a 65 cents tip. You know how much percent that is? 60%. For 3 people. Come on now, I know. Listen, the one thing I know about tipping.
What about the lady in there? What about Mela there, or whatever her name is?
Who?
Lila or Mela.
I was gonna give her $5.
And what did I remember offer?
He gave her 10. He spoiled her. Why did he give her 10? That was too much.
He thought 5 was not enough.
You wanna know something? He's wrong. You spoiled it that way.
The guy you're watching is Murray King from Long Island, 1968. I'm from Long Island, about 10 minutes from where he lived. David Hoffman, independent documentary filmmaker, and I was making my first documentary feature film. It was a time when there was almost no documentary feature films in the theater, but I believed that people could actually pay money to see guys like Murray King. So how'd I meet Murray? I'm in my office, I'm a young filmmaker, and a guy comes in to sell me insurance. It's Murray King. The way he talks, the things he says, and the way he says them is theatrical levels, say I to myself. So he says, hey, David, you want to come with me this Friday? It's a Monday. I'm going to Las Vegas on a junket with my friends. I'd never heard the word junket, never been to Las Vegas. And 3 days later, I show up and I film the scenes you're about to see. Now, there's a girl in the film. I hired her to go along with Murray and get Murray to be Murray. The film was called King Murray, the finished film. And I'm going to put a link in the bottom of the description to the entire film, if you could watch it. You'll see what happened to us along the way. It's a real kind of a setup documentary. Murray knows what he's doing. He's talking to the camera. The way he treated women, less than stellar, let me put it that way. And some of his friends, even worse. But I thought it was an important bit of culture, an important time. And I'll tell you at the end of this clip how I ended up feeling about Murray when the whole filming was over.
I swear, she got your blue eyes, except she got blonde hair, and she's built just like you. So she wants to come to Las Vegas. I said, the last minute you call me, so I said, yeah. She said, where are you going to stay? I said, we can't. Yeah, but she wants it, yeah, but she needs a room. So she can't stay with you. Because I got a girl already to stay with you.
So you worried? Are you worried?
Huh?
You want her to come, is that it?
She is coming.
Yeah.
She's staying with one of my buddies. I talked her into it. She said, I can't stay with anybody. I said, why can't you stay with anybody? She said, I'm not a whore. I said, this guy is a great guy. He's running the junket for you.
Are they all here yet? Hey, Murray. Hey, Murray, are they all here yet?
No, here's my problem. She would like to stay with a guy. And she don't care. See, Jonathan is handsome, right? Aren't you handsome? Very
More or
handsome.
less, yes.
And me, I'm fair. So she says, I don't care for handsome guys. I want a guy who's going to treat me right, take me out, and be nice to me. So I said, I got Sam for you. She said, who's Sam? I said, he's the guy that's helped me run this trip for me.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
said, but I never met him.
Right.
Why should I sleep with somebody I never met?
Oh, a name like Sam?
She says, I'm not a whore. I said, no, you're not. She said, I'm not a hooker either. I said, no, you're not. So I said, you want to have a good time? She says, yes. Hey, did Amnon bring his tennis cards? Did he bring his tennis cards?
Hello.
This girl from Gloria from San Francisco plays tennis. So I got this gorgeous girl. Listen to this. I got this gorgeous girl coming from San Francisco who plays tennis. So she's bringing tennis cards. She said to me, you're going to play tennis? I said, certainly I play tennis. She said, you're good. I said, I'm lousy.
Yeah.
But I sure can run. She said, you can run. I said, I got the greatest legs. All muscle. All muscle. So I said, all you got to do is hit the ball in the net and I'll get it. She says, you would? I said, you hit the ball over the net and I'll return it. She says, you are that fast? I said, I am speeding.
Yeah.
But I don't have a great stroke.
No.
I stroke it like that.
Watch out for the
Stroke it
woman.
like that.
Yeah.
Stroke it like that. Stroke it like that. You see? I don't have a great stroke, but I'm fast. Feel those muscles.
Which one is the one I'm kicking out of? One from San Francisco and the other one?
Just feel it. Just feel it. Feel it. He's worried about this, everybody's credit. We're all worth $500,000, every one of us. Who's worried about credit? We're all worth $500,000. Let's have a good time. Shut up, will you? I can't use that kind of boy language. I'm almost that. Murray King is a hell of a nice guy. Tell us that we're going to have a ball. We're going to have a couple of balls down there. And how long are you going to stay over in Las Vegas?
We'll stay till tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon? Well, we're having a party tonight at the Caesar's Palace. And my friend Murray here invites you to join us. Murray, put down your drink, Murray. Pick her up in your arms because you're such a giant.
No.
Pick her up. I want you to pick her up.
No. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Captain Hogan speaking. Welcome aboard TWA Flight 57 to Las Vegas. I would also like to welcome aboard Murray King and his associates who are on board to film Junket to Las Vegas. Our route this evening will take us over Cleveland and Joliet, Illinois, Bradford, down just southwest, just over Pawnee City, north of Kansas City, over Hill City, Kansas, Alamosa, Colorado, Farmington, New Mexico, on into Las Vegas. We'll be flying at 28,000 feet and a flight plan time of 4 hours and 40 minutes. The weather en route should be good. The weather in Las Vegas is also good. It's clear. Thank you.
You know that now we're ordering champagne.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
We're ordering Dom Perignon, the best champagne possible. Come in, monsieur. We're making a junket of Las Vegas. It's called, yeah. Good. It's called Junket to Las Vegas. And this is, you're going to be in a film. Hope you don't mind. Maybe shown on television or a short. Good. So you can just open the glass and pour the stuff. And this is the starlet here. Right. Laura Kay.
Laura Kay.
She's exhausted.
You're always arguing about money, Mark.
No, I tell them that was a cheap price.
Oh, it was a cheap price?
Yeah, did I say it was cheap?
Yes, you did.
Compared to the Frontier Hotel?
Right. Good night now.
Good night now.
I give him a $3 tip for a little champagne. What are you complaining about?
Nothing.
I know how to argue about price.
That's right.
I'm just aware of it, that's all. I'm not cheap. I'm just aware of the money I spend. There's a difference.
I think you're a groove.
Well, when you only pay a certain amount of money for a taxi, that's not cheap.
What?
When you only pay a certain amount of money for a taxi, that's, you know, like if you only pay 15% on a taxi when, you know, you might pay 25%, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't call it cheap.
The cab was $1.10. I gave him $1.75.
Is that what you gave me?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Fair? You're not a mathematician. $1.10, I gave him a 65 cents tip. You know how much percent that is? 60%. For 3 people. Come on now, I know. Listen, the one thing I know about tipping.
What about the lady in there? What about the Mela there, or whatever her name is?
Who?
Lila or Mela.
I was going to give her $5.
And what did I remember over?
He gave her 10. He spoiled her. Why did he give her 10? That was too much.
He thought 5 was not enough.
You want to know something? He's wrong. You spoiled it that way. You think Mila should have got $10?
I think she expected at least 20.
Look.
From rubbing all those backs.
Oh, come on. The waiter got $36, and he worked like a dog. Everything is relative. The waiter works like a dog, he gets $36. He splits it with the captain. He splits it with the,
He gets $36 on our meal.
That's what he gave?
I gave him almost 20%, which
But
is $36.
it has to be split 9 ways.
9 times 4 is 36.
Right.
And he gets $36. So if he gets 36, how can he give $10 to a girl who's massaged 4 backs?
Well,
That's overrated.
But she is a special service.
do you think she thought $5 was enough?
Yep.
I disagree.
I think you spoiled her.
What kind of girl is she, you think, to do that sort of thing? I mean, like every single night, there are millions of men like that. I mean, I don't know. That's why I asked.
No, I think
She's a girl with the bunion fingers.
she needs the money. So she wants the money.
So listen, there's something interesting about
So
it.
she's doing it completely for the money.
She's not working there for health. There's better jobs than rubbing everybody's backs and temples. She's doing temples too, you know.
Hey, Murray, you know, there's something interesting. I noticed that you kind of talk a line, and when it comes to action, you really are much more human than you make yourself out to be. Like people are not pieces of property to you. And sometimes listening to you talk, somebody would think that you were, you like to buy people like this. But watching you act, you don't really do it.
I don't buy people.
I know you don't. But the funny thing is, though, that you talk as if you like to do it, and I don't think you do like to do it.
I consider people people. My competitor, the 6'6" guy, was going to buy one of our friends tonight. If he bought, I would have felt very bad. I would have missed a whole night's sleep. I mean, I could afford to buy her too, but I wouldn't buy her. I don't want her to be sold. She's not a Ginza. She's not in a Ginza. You know what a Ginza is? That's a Chinese or Japanese marketplace where they used to sell the slaves. They put them up on a platform and sell the slaves that way. So this gorgeous girl tonight is not to be sold. She's our friend. This is our buddy. That's why I wanted her to sleep in the room and, like a little baby, go to sleep, nobody bother her. So I'm glad that she stuck to her guns.
So how come you sometimes sound like a, like a white slaver?
Well, guys don't like to feel like they're too soft. A year and a half ago, I went to St. John. And you know what? 10 o'clock, everybody goes to bed. At 10 o'clock every night, I went to bed, and I got up the next morning about 8. I slept about 10 hours every day. And I went sailing, and and I took on motorboats to different little islands. I explored the caves of Morgan and Blackbeard. It was great. I felt like a little pirate.
You are a little pirate.
Did you go all by yourself?
Huh?
Did you go all by yourself?
No, I took abroad.
Do you ever travel with your wife?
Sometimes.
Did you ever...
Why, you want to get involved in my personal life now? Must my personal life be brought into this situation? Did I ask you about your personal life?
Did you ever go to a shrink, Murray?
No. If I went to shrink when he got through with me, I'd be a flop in business. I'd find out that I don't want to be in the insurance business. I'd find out the truth. I'd like to be one of 3 things: a math teacher, a movie producer, or an actor. And I would flunk in all, and I wouldn't make a living in any one of them. Do you understand that? I wouldn't make a living teaching, I wouldn't make a living acting, and I probably wouldn't make a living producing. So I'm in a business that maybe I don't like, but I make a lot of money at it. Isn't that ridiculous?
You liked teaching, didn't you?
I liked anything that didn't make money. You want to know something? I'll let you in a secret. I know you're taping it, but I feel like telling you the truth. It's like a psychiatrist. I don't even like to work. For a guy who don't like to work, I work so damn hard, it isn't funny. I worked today. I was supposed to go for the airport. The airport, I ran out to Plainview, pick out 6 medicals and a big case I wrote to turn it into the insurance company. Right and turn it in, I gave it to my girl to mail it off with, with postage. But for a guy who don't like to work, I sure break my rear end, don't I?
You work your ass off. You work harder than anybody else I know.
And I don't even like working. Will you believe it? In other words, it's a funny thing. When I make up my mind to do something, I do it. I got such persistence. You know, once I was a kid, and there was a playground with a little pool, and a guy bet me a nickel I couldn't run around 80 times. I said, I can. I ran that pool around. It was a tremendous pool, 80 times. And then when I got there, he gave me the nickel for doing it. I said, forget it. I ended up getting diarrhea from there, not much. But I gave him the nickel. I didn't want the nickel.
Diarrhea from running around the pool?
Yeah, 80 times.
Hey, Murray, what is it?
I'm not even finished. We're talking about persistency. I was the Hollywood Beach Hotel in 1959. How long that pool is? It's about 105 feet. One guy bet me $5 I couldn't do a pool underwater, 105 feet. I says, yeah, I can. $5. I did it. After I did it, they said I conned him. And he felt like conned him for a lousy $5. I said, shove it up. I don't want your $5. I don't want it. But when you make up your mind to do it, whether you want to do it or not, I brought some springs here. I got springs here. You want to see something? Oh, yeah. You give me something?
Sure.
I'm going to show you something. Turn off that camera. It's all a matter of making up your mind. It's all in the same pattern. A guy don't like to work, he forces himself to work. A guy don't like to swim 100 laps, he swims 100 laps. Right?
Right.
What else I don't like? I don't like to exercise, but I do it. Just look how fat I got. I gained 15 pounds in about 2 or 3 months. I'm not kidding you. My wife smeared at me, everybody smeared at me. They said I got to be a fat slob. Now, who's going to try to stretch this once? Just once. You?
Oh, let's not make it a contest. Why don't you just...
No, I want to prove a point.
Go ahead, John.
I can't do it.
No, you won't. Just try it once. Just turn off the tape.
All right, I'll leave
I'll hold the tape.
Okay, you hold it.
No, I don't expect you to stretch it more than once. And I'm not trying to prove a point, but I had guys 6 feet. You know that guy Murray Warshaw? I had guys like that height that couldn't stretch this more than once.
Okay.
Now just stretch it. Look. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 16, 17, 18, 19. No, couldn't make the 20th. I haven't done it in 3 weeks. What do you want?
So that's a portion of my documentary feature film called King Murray. By the way, it won the Critics' Prize in 1969 at the Cannes Film Festival, at the Great Cannes Film Festival. It won over Easy Rider, if you can believe that. I'm very proud of the film. It isn't easy to watch, I know. After it was over, I liked Murray. At the end of the day, although he talks the way he talks, he didn't hurt people. He treated everybody fairly. He sold a lot of insurance, became a multimillionaire on his insurance sales, and he let this film be made, even though he could have blocked it, I guess, could have gone to court against me. Film opened in New York City at the Festival Theater on 57th Street, and first week, crowded. Who comes? Filmmakers. Nobody else really cares to see this documentary all that much, but it got a fantastic review in the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times. Where did it run? France. The French people really thought this was funny. They kind of liked Murray. Ran for a year in a small art theater in France. So that's Murray King. If you want to see the whole film, the link is on the bottom of the description. And maybe with a little alcohol or whatever. It's fun to watch. It's shocking to watch. And today, is it history? Are we still behaving that way? You tell me. Thank you.